Hello there all you beautiful people and welcome to today's video. I am Dan, your friendly indie game Viking, and today we take a look at Leisure Suit Larry Wet Dreams Die Twice from Crazy Bunch. If you're new to the Leisure Suit Larry game series, it's a point and click adventure game with a sprinkle of mature content. Sounds like fun? Then you know what to do. Grab your cup with your favorite drink, adjust your chair for optimal coziness, and let's dive into some gameplay. Before we dive into this game, I would like to warn you that the game contains sexual humor, so if that offends you, then click the card visible on the screen and you will enjoy another great indie game video from my channel. So for those of you that stayed, let's start with my first encounter with this game series. We have to travel back to the early 1990s, and a friend of mine had the first Leisure Suit Larry game on a whopping 5.25 floppy disk. The game had a type of age verification check that had you answering questions like Johnny Carson is A singer, B, David Letterman's sidekick, C, Ed McMahon's sidekick, D, an actor. Or one of my favorite, is this software pirated? A for yes, B for I'm not talking, C for no, how could you even ask, and D, no, just borrowed. In this pre-internet era, we have no access to information that there were a 3-key press combination to skip that check entirely. So as you might have figured out, we did not get to play this game a lot, but over a time our notes of the answers let us pass it pretty regularly, and we were then entering the world of graphical adventure game with an adult theme. The goal of the game was to help the protagonist find love, or more explicitly, to get him laid. Pretty exciting stuff for a younger me for sure, and by looking at the graphics I had a greater imagination back then. But let's return to 2020 and the release of Leisure Suit Larry Wet Dreams Die Twice, and let's find out if this type of game holds true to the original and still contains that spark of humor that first made me excited to play this series. The last installment of this saga came out in 2018 and was called Wet Dreams Don't Die, but you start the game off playing as Larry Laffer and you are about to get married. To clear out some confusion you might have, you can get the full backstory from this handsome guitar playing man that will happily explain why you are going to marry his daughter. You, on the other hand, are still hoping for that your beloved Faith has survived, and you have a pretty big collection of her panties in your room, neatly placed under your wedding outfit. That basically sets the tone of what you can expect from this game. And like any point-and-click adventure game, you have tasks to solve and things to combine, so you can better start picking up everything you see. You might not need them right away, but eventually they will all make sense. You are equipped with a smartphone with an AI that really reminds me of Cortana from Halo game. She will guide you and be your companion and keep track of your tasks. The game also includes items that are sometimes there just to make you spending way much time trying to do something with them without really having any purpose at all. Evil game mechanics for sure. You will eventually reach a point where you just try to combine everything in your inventory to get a clue on where to go next. Or maybe that is just me. The game characters are fully voiced, and of course it plays heavily on stereotypes. Me growing up with the evil German enemies in action movies got my share of that with the game's main story villain. Disclaimer, he is not German. Allow me to introduce Psy.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
I mean Mr. Wang, and what looks like a Korean bad boy that really dreams about a backroom to do nasty things, and of course get a hold of the algorithm that Faith had in her possession while disappearing. While he sits in his HQ, he guides his henchwoman, Commander Jan May. Also, she equipped with heavy accent on the journey to find Faith while discussing way to torture people.
Confirmed.
Have you ever rubbed one of your interrogation subjects down with cream and then had Mongolian cows lick it off?
Yes.
Have you ever obtained a confession by tickling the soles of a prisoner's feet with a kakapo feather?
I can't remember ever having done that before.
Remind me to send you a kakapo, filthy little biters.
And by now you should have been familiar with the fact that this game has sexual references everywhere. I'm talking chairs, animal heads, decor, and tons of comments between the characters. The puzzles in this game are on a pretty easy level to solve. Just by collecting everything you can when you find them gives you the advantage to carry around most solutions when you are faced with the actual puzzle. Pressing space highlights items or places to investigate, and that is a pretty kind mechanic that saves you numerous hours hovering around the screen on every square inch of your monitor. The game has some highlights and made me laugh on a couple of occasions, but we can't play a Leisure Suit Larry game without talking about the sex scenes. You don't get to see any action, by the way, just some nipples and a hairy butt in your first encounter, but they are more for you to experience. So if you are afraid of cartoon nipples or hearing moans, then this is not the game for you, and perhaps play it with headphones on just for the sake of it. Young me would probably love this game, since in the first one there were no voice acting and all the sex scenes were hidden behind a big censored black box. To be fair, young me was also excited to play strip poker on the Commodore 64 and got excited when he won and the action unfolded in glorious 320 x 200 pixels. So what will this cartoon point and click adventure game cost you to experience? There is a free demo to try out, but the full version weighs in around 34 euros without any Steam discount. And for that you will get a newbie-friendly game to keep you entertained if you are looking for some adult fun while experiencing the joy of point-and-click adventure games. So if you now have a newfound love for point-and-click adventure games or rekindle an old love for the genre, I have another video for you when this ends that will give you more excellent humor and gameplay. So stick around for that one and I'll see you over there, and until next time, stay safe and stay awesome.